Hey, Shalom Markim to Rakam Akapash from James London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Basher Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful that pushing his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video, and I'm going to entitle this one, "The Woman is a better devil than Satan," right? Because we always make the point that in the garden, the serpent went to Eve to deceive her, right? Because he couldn't go directly to Adam, because Adam wouldn't have bought his bullshit, right? Because a woman is very susceptible to deception, and Satan uses the woman as a tool in order to do his wickedness, right? And Satan, he's cunning, he's sly, right? He knows how to get to people, right? And a man, when he has his woman, would like to think that he can trust his woman. We like to think that, but they're not almost the sturdiest of characters, and all these types of things. They're not made with faith, to that degree, and so they are susceptible to more susceptible to the flesh than others, than men. And so Satan went through the avenue of getting to Eve, or getting at Eve, to use against Adam. All right, because Satan himself wouldn't have been able to do his thing with Adam. All right, so he used the woman to do it, and so it was a woman that deceived Adam, ultimately, because she was deceived. All right, because she would have made a better tool to deceive Adam with. That undercover deceiver. And you hear a lot of stories. I've heard a lot of stories from my dad. Growing up and kind of stuff, right? About women and the things that they would do, and the lies that my dad been in tons of relationships, right? And it always talk about they're lying, and you can't really trust them, and that, and and that's not necessarily speaking for all women, but a large portion of them, right? And let's be honest, everybody's lied at some point in it. So women, once you lied once, you lie again. So if you've done it one time with somebody, you do it with somebody else. It's just one of those things. So brothers, be circumspect around your woman, and I was just doing this video for a bit of fun, because it popped into my mind. I was just thinking, she fucking more crafty than Satan. So I thought I'd just do this video. But yeah, don't put your whole heart into these women, because you never know, right? She might fuck you up. All right, so let's just get into it. I'm gonna start here, Genesis chapter 3, of course, right? It says, verse 1, it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, right? He was slick, right? Cunning, crafty, right? Beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree in the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Right. So this is what we was told. Adam and Eve were told these things, right? This was the truth, right? He was told not to do it. That was a commandment given to us. Okay, but the serpent, which is a man, not a snake, right? Was basically enticing her, right? Verse 4, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. He says, what do you mean? Nah, that's not right. So he's already saying what God says is not true, right? He says, surely you will not die. Okay, that was a lie. That was a straight up lie. Okay. Verse 5, though we did tell the truth partially, right? And here's the part of the truth, right? Verse 5, so for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. That part is true. Okay, but we surely did die after breaking the commandment, after breaking the commandment that was given to us of not eating the trees in the midst of the garden. All right, because we death was appointed in us. Okay, that immortal being that we was created to be was no longer, and we became mortal at that point, right? Verse 6, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes, right? A woman's easily enticed. You offer her something, that's appeasing to it. It's real easy, man. And that's why that's why you get these women that go out here and do all kinds of craziness, because they're getting something that they want. In this world, money's king, right? And so they're out here doing all kinds of crazy ass shit just because they're getting money out of it, or they're getting a certain amount of money, or they're getting luxuries and all these kinds of things, or even down to here he speaks about speaking about knowledge, but concerning the fruits. She wants to feel empowered, she wants to feel over the man and all these kinds of things. So anything that whets her ears, she's onto, right? And she don't think about the repercussions, right? They're short-sighted. All right. Like, so you got women on OnlyFans now, and bitches taking trips to Dubai and getting shot on by these Arabs and shit. It's fucking crazy, right? Because their greatest weapon is their body, right? And their their tenacity, right? Because they're cunning and crafty creatures too. Like I said, they make a good devil. Which the word devil means deceiver. That's why I use that word. Plus maybe get more clicks. But yeah, they're good deceivers, and their body is their weapons, their looks. And so they use that to the fullest, and not giving a damn about the repercussions of their actions. All right. So verse 6 again, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. Okay, bars, right? She took of the fruit thereof and did eat. Right? She wanted to become wise. She wanted to be the teacher. Who always wants to be a teacher, man? Always want to tell you something. Always want to tell you something. Right? Like they know what is going on. To be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and did eat. Right? So she, got Adam to comply in a betrayal of a breaking of the commandment. Right? Because she thought that was a smart thing to do, because she was wise now. She's, oh, yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, let me share this with Adam. He's going off. He's going off, man. The woman was going off, right? And she caused, and Adam is unsuspecting, because he's just thinking, that's my woman, bro. She ain't going to do nothing to fuck me up. Can't be that bad. I thought I could trust her. But yeah, she fucked up everything, man. So Adam ate, and we do know the rest of the story, but we're going to read a little bit more. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. Okay, they had brought shame upon themselves, right? And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord God, Yahweh, walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord, right? Because they're tainted, they were dirty, right? They had gone against the commandment, right? They hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden, which are people. Okay, because there wasn't the only people on the earth. Okay, Adam and Eve were a couple in a vast, pool of people. Okay, no such thing as nations back then, but there were people, and Adam was a chosen vessel unto the Lord. All right, out of these people. And the Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. Right, because he knew he done wrong. And he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? Right? And the man said, the woman who now gave this to me to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I did eat, right? So she came deceptively, right? She didn't, I'm sure she didn't tell him the whole story about the, the guy that, I met and he was showing me all these magnificent things. Yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't have really gone down too well. She really skipped that part of the story, right? So she deceptively caused Adam to eat, right? She played the perfect devil at that moment in time and caused Adam to eat that which he shouldn't have and that he wouldn't have if it wasn't coming from her. Because like I said, the Satan, who came as a serpent, as that man, right? Yeah, played the part of the devil, the serpent, right? He wouldn't have been, he wouldn't have been beguiled by that serpent. He would piss off, because Adam had fear. Adam had more fear, had fear for the Heavenly Father, and he respected the commandment. Eve, the woman, she doesn't really she doesn't really like told being what to do. You notice that, especially the so-called black women, they don't really like being told what to do. They get an attitude about it. Right? They're very rebellious. Very rebellious. They don't listen to commandments, man. They don't do what they're supposed to do. All right. They think they know better, and these are the results. So we have to, keep our women on the short leash, so to speak, and make sure they're not like doing craziness all the damn time, before they really fuck some shit up, Verse 14, and the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field, and upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust thou shalt eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise its heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, right? So you was punished because of this, right? This is why you suffer pain during childbearing, right? Childbirth, right? In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee, right? Because a woman's not meant to be in rulership, right? A woman's not meant to be wearing the trousers, so to speak, calling the shots, right? The man was made to be the leader, That's what I wanted from this chapter, right? So that's the story, right? And like I said, the woman played her part to the T. She became that vessel of Satan, right? The devil to be to be a deceiver to Adam, to deceive him, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't have happened. It would have been able to be done. All right. So let me jump to 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7 here. Let me jump up a little bit. Verse 5, right? So for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in God adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, right? So they respect the commandment that was given about, being under their husband, being ruled by their husband. Okay, these holy women, right, who trusted the Most High, they respected the commandment, right, to obey their husbands, right? Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, because we are your masters, right? You don't like the idea of that, but guess what? Tough. That's how the Most High set it up, right? We all have masters, but for some reason the woman doesn't want to, think she's above a master. She don't, no one could rule me. No one should be master over me. Well, guess what? The men have a master. Us men have a master, right? And it's Yahweh Shai, and he has a master, the Most High. That's how it is. That's the order of things, right? I don't know why you think you're so special that you don't feel that anyone should be over you, but it is what it is, man. There's an order in the universe, It says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, right? So we're like these women are meant to be examples for the rest of our people, or the rest of our women, the daughters of Zion, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Right? What do we know about you? This is knowledge. We dwell with you according to knowledge. What do we know about you? right? You know, you under pressure, you're a bit, a bit shaky. You know, you're a bit emotional. All right, and so we have to deal with you accordingly. It's not like you're on equal footing with us. We can't deal with you like we would do with other men type thing. You know, in terms of how you approach something. You know, we have to understand that women are just different to men. They're not made like men, obviously. Even though some of you women are trying to be men, and you're just lousy imitations of one. You know, making poor decision, acting. You butch ones, you butch ones, right? Trying to play the man role of the man, but you don't have none of the qualities of a man. You're just a weak imitation of a man. You know, you got those that are actually having surgery done to make themselves look like this and look like that. You're just a poor imitation of one. Like, what are you doing? But you got women that are pretending to be men because they want to be the leaders, they want to be the strong, independent black woman, and you don't get it. You don't really understand what it is to be the man. you know, you think it's about barking out orders and just raising your voice, you know, getting boisterous with people all the damn time. You women, a lot of you women are more boisterous than the men these days, man. You know what I'm saying? Causing all kind of havoc. Dukes of Hazard or something like that. Dukes of Havoc. You just out there causing bare noise and bare ruckus, man. You're meant to be, chaste and quiet and, not causing a damn fucking scene everywhere you go. But, that's the one for you right now. Not in the right minds. So likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, right? Honor where honor's due. You don't just get honored just because you're a woman, because you got you the thing right, between your legs. You don't get worship. You don't get no honor for that just because you're a woman. I'm a woman, so I need to be treated this way. No, you need to earn the honor. You got to play your role, do your job, and I'll do mine. You got to do your job as a woman. And what is it, you may ask? Well, if you women was into the scriptures anyhow, you'd understand. But I say you women have a problem with obedience. You don't want to do as you're told a lot of the time. You don't want to these gender roles as they put it today, because women's been let free and they can do whatever they want to do. They can change the script and all this kind of business. No, just stick to the script. It'd be better for you. But like I said, Satan's all up in your ears, and so he's got you acting fucking rebellious and crazy and shit. But that's when you do what you're supposed to do, then you receive honor. That's how it works. The same thing with us that are in the truth, man. If we do what we're supposed to do, we will receive honor and glory. If we don't, bro, we're gonna get fucked up. They're most likely gonna jack us up, man. It's really quite as simple as that, right? I don't know what you expect. You're living in a completely different world, man. That the rules of reality just bend to your will. Like, yeah, you do whatever you want and everything, and you get rewarded for it no matter what you do. No, it don't work like that. Shit don't work like that, man. Right? But it says here you're the weaker vessel. Right? You're the most susceptible to deception and wickedness and all these kinds of things here. Right? You're physically weaker. You're overall just weaker. In any characteristic you might want to throw out there. All right. And that is part of this knowledge, right? As it says, dwell with them according to knowledge. We know that you're the weaker vessel, but you act and behave as if you're the strongest, that you're the strongest vessel. You're just fronting, man, and we know you're fronting. But you so steadfast on acting and behaving this way that you try and reinforce it by acting crazy. That's gonna convince us. Strong black woman, whatever. Strong, independent, whatever, man. Fucking got 6 kids, 5 different men or some shit. It's just fucking crazy ass shit. And like you want to be respected, but you haven't. Well, you haven't lived your life respectably. you know, you're not gonna get no honor for that, because obviously you're fucking stupid, crazy. And you're acting like you're the prize still. Like you fucked you through. You know? You're through ultimately, bro. You know? So yeah. So you're the weaker vessel, and that's just what it is. You were made to be that way. You know, you have to just come to terms with these things, right? And put yourself in order, man, under your man. That's it. The man guide the house. Now you might have a a waste man as your man, but that was your fault. That's part of your fault, all right? For getting with him and opening your legs. That's something you're gonna have to take responsibility for too. My man's a waste man and this and that. Well, you made your choices. You got all this liberty, right? You made the choice. You let that dude in, and now he's in, and you got to deal with that. But this is what happens, man. This is giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. All right. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous. All right, so that's the point, right? So the point I was making there is that women are the weaker vessel, as was shown in the Garden of Eden, right, with Eve, right? Satan went to her because she's the weaker vessel, and that's why Satan's always, hanging out with Eve, hanging out with the woman, telling her shit, making her go crazy. All right. I'm gonna get this point first, right? I'm gonna come back to this later. It's 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14, and Adam was not deceived. Right? The same thing didn't come to Adam. The serpent didn't come to Adam. Like I said, he knew better. Right? He knew he wasn't gonna go down with Adam. Right? But the woman, I can get to the woman, and she can get to him. This is how I'm gonna do it. And this is how Satan works. Like I said, he's got a whole bunch of tools in his arsenal to fuck you over with. Right, so he'll use whatever things that that's in your circle to mess with you. So Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. She transgressed. She knew the commandment. She went against it. She deceived Adam. Adam didn't know Adam didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know he would break the commandment at that moment in time. She never told him what went down. Right? She just said, look what I know. Look what I know. Oh yeah, you want to try this and do this and try that. Right? With all this wisdom that she got. That's what she did. And then was like, oh, what's this? He's curious, obviously. Remember, he's curious, like, oh, what's that? How do you know these things? Oh, that's good. But it wasn't good. And that's when they realized, shit, man. I feel ashamed. You start feeling dirty. Doing whatever it is that they were doing. So, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Right? So it was a woman that transgressed. But women got the loudest voices out here nowadays, and they want to be heard and listened to and obeyed and all this kind of business. But you ain't got no position. You're not in no position to be giving no orders, man. Okay, you've led us all astray, right? That is the last thing that we want to do, is give power into your hands and then follow you. You put us here, right? You ain't gonna get us out. Not especially not the one of today. You ain't gonna get us out of here. Right? You ain't the one with the truth. You ain't the one imparting no fucking wisdom. And you ain't spiritual. You know what I mean? You act like you're spiritual. And you just You ain't the one that's gonna get us out of here. So you ain't got no business listening to you on that level, right? This is this is a job for men, right? To make things great again. All right, we need to go back. Okay. Do things the right way. Do it right the first time. We should have done it right the first time, but this Proverbs 31 and verse 3 says, give not thy strength unto women. Right? Like I said, we're not, it's not a good idea to give your woman power or, women in leadership roles and things like this. This is not a good idea, right? Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings, right? Because women can destroy kings. Women have destroyed kings. Many women have destroyed many men, not because they were mightier, right? Because of the weaker vessel, right? But because men are acting dumb, right? Because they were beguiled by the woman. Because the woman is a deceptive creature, right? Like I said, they played the role of the devil very well. Because Satan can easily get to them, and they make them play that role. And so we have to be mindful of that. That's part of the knowledge, right? Dwell with them according to knowledge. That's part of the knowledge, that they are easily got at by Satan, and they will fuck with you. He will use the one to fuck with you, man, and make some stupid ass comments and statements and decisions and all kinds of things that's gonna piss you off. They're just nonsensical. But to her, it makes all the fucking sense in the world. But it was dumb and stupid. And you can't, you tell them that, they get upset. Well, it was dumb and stupid. You didn't think that through. But they always think they think they're wise. I mean, they think they're wise in their own mind. Because Satan, like I said, is in their ear, telling them things. So again, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to which destroy kings. Right? Because like I said, men are enamored by women. Right? That is like part of our kryptonite. If you're not up on the game, if you're not aware, right? Because women are alluring, because we're attracted to one another. But don't give your strength over to her just to please her and things like this, because she's not going to have you do what you're supposed to do. She's going to have you do what she wants you to do, whether that be right or wrong. And so you have to draw lines in places, and things that you do and don't and won't do, because otherwise you just end up, you'll end up being the bitch on the leash. What I mean? She's dragging you around, and they ain't in position for you, right? Because she's meant to be following you and your decision making and leadership skills and whatever, right? And hey, women, we ain't perfect. Hey, we make calls sometimes. Hey, it don't fucking work out. It happens, but we're just men in the flesh, right? So I know some of you might be thinking, yeah, but you men, you make bad decisions too. And yeah, of course we do. Of course we do. We're not perfect, okay? But it's for us to make that call. that's what it is. It's for us to make that call. We are the captain of the ship. We make decisions and it don't go right, then we all suffer together. But at least it was the best decision I could have made at the time, based on what I knew, right? That decision is better in my hands than it is in yours. Better with the man of the house than the woman of the house. Some things some things are risky. Some things sometimes you take risks, and sometimes it doesn't pay off. But it's still down to the man to make that decision. This is a Sirach chapter 9 verse 8. It says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. So the prettier they are, the worse they can be, man. The more the more dumb men act, or more submissive they act a lot of the time, because they're enamored by the beauty of this woman. So she can get them to do anything. Like I said, if you're not up on game, if you're not in the right mind, and they say the prettier they are, the more they use it. So they're able to lie and do greater lies than the ones that are not so pretty. It's just your average chick. They get less leeway, but the pretty ones, they get all kinds of leeway in this world. In this world, in this era, in any era, they've always had a more leeway. People want to listen to them more because they want to appease these women, so they believe anything they tell them. Oh yeah, I've only ever been with one person. Yeah, keeping your body count real low, but that's not probably true. All these things, they'll tell you whatever they want to tell you, or whatever they need to tell you to get what they want. All right, and like I said, you buy it because they're pretty, you want them, and they know that. Right, so they use it against you. All right. So turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. Right. So sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, right? Because adultery is a big thing, especially in this era. Adultery is a big thing, and a lot of these women are playing games on dudes, and a lot of dudes are playing games on women, but that's less so wicked than the women doing it, because a man can have multiple women in the law, right? But a woman is not meant to have more than one man, right? So when a woman plays this game now, is totally off. All right, it's totally off. She got multiple different men on the speed dial. So sit not all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so though through thy desire thou fall into destruction. All right. So like I said, pardon me. I said women are playing that game, and men are sitting down with these women. And men know they got these men, or husbands or whatever. They're in a relationship or whatever, and they still try to trap it, and not for any good purpose usually. But then because this is the thing, right? If a man knows you got if a man knows you got a man, right, as a woman, right, he knows you got a man, and you're willing to cheat on your man with him, he got no respect for you ultimately, right? He knows that you're of that type. He ain't gonna stay around. He just wants to bang, right? So don't expect that relationship to last too long. Don't think you're upgrading yourself. You women out there thinking that, oh, you got yourself a better dude, right? He ain't gonna be around that long, right? Because if you do it, the thing is, what we know is this: if you're gonna do it to some other dude, then you could do it to me, right? Because like I say, a woman is very fickle, and emotions are moving like the wind all the damn fucking time, man. And so, you know, he ain't gonna stick around and see that bullshit to the end. All right. So there's something for you women to think about. That's that on that. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 26. So, and I find more bitter than death the woman, right, whose heart is snares and nets, right? She trapping people like a venomous black widow spider. All right. And her hands as bands, who pleases God shall escape from her, right? So the Most High is dealing with you, man. You'll be able to avoid these types of women. You won't fall into the paths of these women that'll be able to take advantage of you and shit. Who pleases God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her, right? Because they're gonna get caught up in all that folly and all that wickedness, right? You're gonna be part of the creating that wickedness, man, which is gonna bring judgment upon you and everybody else, right? So the Lord's dealing with you, will keep you away from that crazy world with these crazy women doing crazy shit, wicked shit. All right, like I said, woman is an avenue to death, right? If you let it, because it can, as I say, if you're not spiritual, that can happen very quickly, because you're enamored by this, by these women, where they can lead you to a path of destruction. All right, I'm about to read on. It says, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, right? Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I found not. Right? For a righteous man to exist is a rare, it's like a rare breed among people in the world, right? To find one among 1,000 is small, right? But even among 1,000, there's no righteous women among those 1,000, right? So the likelihood of finding a righteous woman is even slimmer, right? But all you women act like you're righteous, you know. But the probability is that you're not, right? Probability, okay. And so not even one was found to make an account of. So it could be like in 10,000, there's not even one. Could be in 100,000, there's not even one. We don't know the answer, but one in 1,000, definitely not. Right? If there's only one man in 1,000, then you women are much lower on the scale. Could be hundreds of thousands. Could be one in a million. You know, you always got that saying, you're one in a million. Yeah, there might only be there might only be one in the you know, I'm not doing that far. One in the whole population of Earth. Like I said, I'm not going to go that far. That's going, you know, that's going to get crazy. But you know what I'm saying is, you know, is on the scale, it's righteous women are very rare, very very rare. You know, so you know you're not going to get the automatic pass just because you're a woman. It shouldn't be done. Right? You should be looked at with suspicion at all times. You know, but you know, keep your guard up, man. Be circumspect. This is what I'm saying. You know, because obviously we're going to deal with women, and obviously the likelihood is that, you know, the woman might not be what you think she is. You know, she's not a saint, as they say. You know what I mean? As you have to be circumspect around women. You don't know this woman. You don't know these women. So it's like, you know, you're with this woman, and you know, just be circumspect when you deal with her. You know, that's it really. Um, It's First Ezra chapter 4 verse 26 says, "Yea, many there be that have run out their wits for women, lost their minds, right, and become servants for their sakes, right? They gave the woman the power, and now she's running them, she's ruling over them, she's wearing the trousers, she's leading them. But again, the woman is not made for that role. She's only going to lead you in her own desires, okay? And her own desires usually leads to destruction. That's just the truth. And like I said, we went all the way back to the Garden of Eden to show you that. You know, she thought you know, that the fruit, which was the knowledge that the serpent was, you know, bestowing upon her, right? She thought, you know, her eyes glistened, her ears pricked up, and her eyes widened when she was hearing the things that the serpent was saying to her, and she thought it was good. It was gonna make her wise, and she thought, oh, it'd be good. I'll share it with Adam, you know, and it may be, you know, what they call that, you know, the intention was good, you know. Oh, I just want to share this with Adam, something we could share together, an experience or whatever, right? You know, it might have been some good intention, but it was wrong. And this is the thing: a woman doesn't not know sometimes what she's doing is wrong. Sometimes, a lot of times she does know she's doing wrong, but she does it anyway. But sometimes she's just ignorant, you know, because you know they're just not made the same way. They don't think about the same type of things, or in the way that we would think about them, you know. So it's vitally important not to allow a woman that position and that power because she's not made for it. Right, like I said, she'll lead you, you know, into the iceberg on the Titanic. She's that type of person, you know, if that's what happened, you know. So yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sake. Many also have perished and have erred, gone in error, done the wrong thing, right, and sinned for women, committing adultery and all kinds of things because they're desperate. But you're not acting in your right minds, man. You know, and that's a lot of men. There's a lot of men today as well. They're not in the right minds concerning these women. They don't know how to deal with these women properly. I'm not gonna sit here like I'm some professional, but you know, these men or these boys, because some these people are so fucking immature too. How they behaving around women, and you know, especially when you see them online and shit, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? This whole culture is all fucked up. This whole dating culture and, you know, sex culture and all this kind of shit is all fucked up, man. Right? Ain't nobody knows how to deal with each other properly. You know. Um, so yeah, many have also perished and have erred and sinned for women. All right. I said women got men bugging out and shit. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 1, chapter 11. It's like 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, right? So we have a master, we have a Lord that we answer to, right? That is the position of men. No matter what man he is, that is our position. We're below the heavenly Son's father. We're below the beloved Son of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, right? So we're under Yahweh Shai. We obey His word, right? Who obeys the Father's word, right? And you obey our word. That is the order of things. Okay, we all have a master to answer to, a Lord to answer to. Okay, we're not just simply out here doing whatever the hell we want to do, as men of the Lord anyway. These men out here, they're doing whatever in it. But, you know, we have someone to answer to, someone that is leading us, right, in ways of life and righteousness, you know. So, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man, right? So it says it here in plain and black and white. That's how it is. But you don't want to be. You want to be the you want to be the head, but you're not the head. You're the tail. Okay, you're behind. You follow. Okay, just like we follow Yahweh Shai. It's just we obey Yahweh Shai. That's how it is. Okay, you want some special status for some reason. Like that's not afforded to anybody else. You know? And like I said, you know, yeah, you're at the bottom of this order right now. But it's not bad. It's not you're acting like it's all bad for you. Okay, when you got a husband that loves you and take care of you, you're alright, man. Because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, because he values what you bring to the table. You know, you work the home, you know, cook the food and all that kind of stuff. You're assisting your man is what you're made to do. To be a helpmeet unto the man. That's what you're made to be. So when you're performing that role, you get looked after, man. And all the benefits and all of the prospering that the man does when he goes out to work and does all these things, you benefit from it too. But as I said, Satan's got you all twisted up, man, making you think that you gotta go and get these things for yourself, and you end up all depressed and fucked up over it. Can't keep a stable relationship. Got multiple dads, baby fathers. Can't keep can't keep in a marriage. All these types of things, and you're just all messed up, man, and depressed and shit, complaining. But because no man wants to deal with you no more. No man wants to bear your burdens because you just got too much fucking baggage and shit. So you put yourself in a real fucked up situation. And you end up with a guy that you don't want anyway. You don't respect him. But he's the only one that's willing to take you. Yeah, you fucked up. Right? But if we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing, man, we all should be living harmoniously. Right? And never being taken care of. We do what we're supposed to be doing for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, then we get looked after by the Heavenly Father and His Son. You see? The Lord blesses us with things and, causes us to prosper. It's the same relationship, but you women just don't understand. To be fair, Jay don't understand. Jay don't understand concerning, their lives, in our relationship with the Heavenly Father and His Son. We need to serve and obey Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for us to receive good. Right? It's the same relationship, man. But, you're not spiritual. You don't see these things. You don't understand these things. And so you're just doomed to live your life as a fuck up, basically. You don't understand the relationship at play. You do wrong. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. You don't get no fucking no honor, no glory. You just get fucked up, man. Disdain and chastisement. That's what we receive, right? You need to figure that out, right? How that works, right? And then do the right thing, and then everything will be blessed. Say, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Shai is the Most High Yahweh. All right. Let me jump down a little bit. Verse 8 says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." Right? You're made for our purposes, not the other way around, man. We're not here to serve you, put you up on a pedestal, run around, while you go shopping, carting around, carting around, holding all the bags, carting around fucking, the trolleys and shit. Nah, you don't live to serve you. This is where it's gone wrong. This is why you wouldn't expect way too much, right? And you do so little. A lot of you, right? You're not here to serve you and for your needs. It's supposed to be the other way around. All right, it's supposed to be the other way around. Okay, and that's not to say, yeah, it's not to say, oh yeah, can you let me think of something. Got you changing light bulbs and shit. Like we don't need you to do that. Like that's we could do that. We don't need you to fucking carry the firewood into the house and go chop some wood. You might chop some wood. I don't fucking know. Maybe not. Maybe not strong enough for that. But maybe you are. There's certain things we just do as men. We just do, innit? We don't need you to fucking do the things that you would need us to do, like open jam jars and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you for those type of things. But we need you to take care of the house. We need you to take care of the children while we go do our thing. Those are the things that are required of you. In terms of function. Right? So you're here for our purposes, to help us do our thing. Where everything that we're doing is you're here to facilitate that. Okay, we all have roles to play. Right? And if you trust in the leadership of your man, guess what? Everybody's going to do well. Everyone's going to prosper. Everyone's going to be blessed. Because now you're fulfilling your role, the man's fulfilling his role, and the Most High going to bless them for that. There's the dynamic right there. And none of these people are doing that out here. So this is why it's all kind of fucked up. Maybe you've only got one half of the equation. Maybe, like I said, in the truth, right? We've got brothers, got women. Maybe you're doing your part as a man of the Lord. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing in things, doing things righteously, but your woman's just acting up. And so you don't get the complete blessing. You might get, smaller blessings on this side because you're doing all right, according to, in the eyes of the Lord, but your woman is just acting mad still. So it's like she's preventing or she's disrupting that blessing. She's essentially holding you back from what you could be doing, or how well you could be doing, so to speak, right? So no one, these people don't understand this dynamic. They're not thinking about that when it comes to relationships and whatever, So again, it says that for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Right? So that's the order of things. So I'm going to close out with this. Yeah, back where I said I would come to, right? So it's 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. Right? I'm going to end it on this note, right? But suffer not a woman to teach, right? Because to teach is like a leader position, right? Now you're permitted to teach children because they need education, right? Children don't rule over women, right? A woman has a higher position than the children, right? So she can teach them because they're of lower rank, so to speak. So she can teach them because they need to be, brought up in the right ways, right? But it has to be the right ways. It can't be just some folly that you're teaching them, But you're there to raise them, right? So, but I suffer not a woman to teach nor to usurp authority over the man. That is a position you are not supposed to have, right? A position over men, because again, it's not for you, right? When you're in rulership over men, things go wrong. People die. Men die, right? But you're just not meant to lead. I mean, look, man, you set the whole. Boy, if you could be like this, right? You set the whole of humanity to die, and the whole of the righteous people to die, right? from that one thing that you did by taking heed to the serpent. Just let bear man die for countless generations of death. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But this is the domino effect that you've created. And like I said, it's just because you're not meant to be in that position. She was teaching Adam, right? She taught Adam these things, and it led to our downfall. Right? So that's not your position. You don't make the best decisions in those instances. I'm not to say you ain't got nothing useful to say, because sometimes a woman tells me things, it's like, oh, okay, cool. But I have to disseminate that information. I have to break that information down. I have to verify that information. I have to approve of the information first. You don't just blindly go, oh yeah, we just gotta do that. Yeah, that's what I say. You women can say things, and you come up with good ideas sometimes. I'm not gonna say you don't, but it's one of those things that you have to. It has to be passed up the chain of command. You know what I mean? For me to for it to be analyzed. Before we do anything or say do anything. That's how it should be. I have to say whether it's a good idea or not. You have to get the approval first. But that's how it should be. Rather than just running with what every woman says, because she might not have thought it through properly. Most likely she hasn't. Eve didn't think it through properly. Like, she's already transgressed the commandment by taking on these false philosophies and that, and then you gotta go share it with Adam. Yeah, you was out your mind. Eve was out of her mind, man. She weren't thinking straight. All right, and that's again, and that if that's like the mother of all, of all people, right? That exist today. Then you women are just, well, if that's the archetype you're being produced from, then you women are not any better. Ultimately, you're all susceptible to Satan coming and messing with you. And so we don't, I say we have to kind of analyze or approve that, whatever information you may bring, because hey, we don't know where it came from. We don't know where it come from. Satan might have gave you that. And a lot of times, because women are influenced in this world, a lot of things that they tell you and they say is because it came out of the world. It's not because your woman's so smart most of the time that she just come up with something that tends, or whatever. It's because it's come out of the world. And the world is Satan's playground. All right, so we have to approve it, any and all information, that comes from you, man, because it's just diligence. It's just being diligent, because you don't want to, fall into the same spot that Adam fell into. He just listened, he just did, and so like kind of fucked up all his prospects. So we need to be diligent, circumspect around our women when dealing with our women. All right, because like I said, they ain't always gonna come right, man. Right, Satan is constantly using them against you, right? Using their emotions to against you and all that kind of stuff, making you trying to make you feel bad and shit, or whatever, because you didn't take them out, last week or at the weekend or whatever the fucking case may be. You ain't taking them on holiday this year, and so they keep complaining. No, I ain't been on holiday. Whatever, man. Ain't time for that. If I ain't ready to do it, I ain't doing it. It's as simple as that, innit? Because that's the way it is. That's the way it should be anyway. Okay, women are the head. They're the leaders. So you'll march when we say march. You'll go when I decide to go. And you should be cool with that. Respect the decision. Respect that. I'm I know best, or more like best. That's the way it is. That's the way how it's supposed to be set up. All right. So again, verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Right? Not to be doing a whole lot of talking. Right? It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve, back here again, right? And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. To notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, right? So you're still required to be, the best version of yourself that you can be, because we're all trying to be the best version of ourselves, right? Trying to be righteous, doing what we can in righteousness, right? Because we're not perfect, but we're all trying to do our best. Okay, so you women out there, I know there's women obviously that listen to us and that you out there trying to do your best. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, I said this is mostly for women that are, well, it's who the shoe fits, isn't it? There's a lot of bug out women. Most of the women out here are crazy, so it applies to most of them. But you got women out here, like I said, listening to us that are doing their best. Like I said, just keep doing what you're doing, man. And we'll all make it out here, alive together, Lord willing, right? But like it says here, she should be saved in childbearing, because the most important thing, one of the most important things that a woman provides is children for their husbands. All right, and we know we need to rebuild the kingdom, the kingdom nation of Israel, after the judgment. So a lot of people are going to be destroyed. So you're gonna be paired up with men. You'll be paired up with men in the Lord, to facilitate that. That's how the Lord's going to deliver you women, by pairing you up with men in the Lord, the elect. All right, but you got to be in your right mind. Okay, you got to be practicing the ways of righteousness. Right, and that's why this salvation is not going to be afforded for most women, because most women are not interested in doing that. Right, so if you're trying to do that now, keep it up. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna end on that note. Lord, this has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. Till next time, I say shalom.